Hello and welcome to Clover Kitchen. I'm guest chef Nick Halliday.
And I'm guest chef Alex Stapleton.
Today we'll be making fruit crisp with apples. Now remember, when preparing any type of food, always wash your hands, which we've already done.
Now, this particular recipe comes from the 4-H Microwave Magic series, which is completely microwave safe, and we won't be using the oven at all.
Okay, let's get started. Our first step of our recipe will be combining the oats, flour, brown sugar, salt, and cinnamon together. First, we'll start with the oats.
Remember, these oats are 100% whole grains. You need about 6 ounces of grains a day, and about half of those need to be whole grains. So put that in there.
Okay.
And then next
would be our flour,
which
we need a whole cup of flour.
1 cup of flour. Now when Nick gets this out, to make it more precise, he's gonna cut the top layer off so we have an even
You don't want to put too much flour in your recipe. Okay, 1 cup of flour.
And then we'll move to the brown sugar, which is also a cup.
1 cup of brown sugar, which will be, when you're doing brown sugar, measuring brown sugar, you always want to pat it down because it sticks together and you have empty space. You want to get a full cup, mashing it down. Okay, there's 1 cup of brown sugar.
Okay, and then next we'll add in salt and cinnamon.
There you go.
We'll need about half a teaspoon of salt, which would be right here.
There you go.
So I'm going to measure that right there.
It's coming out. Okay.
There we go.
Half teaspoon of salt.
That goes in there. And then we'll add the cinnamon, which is about 1 teaspoon. I don't know about you, but I love cinnamon.
So
makes everything good. Now we'll add that in there.
Okay, there you go.
Now the next step is to put our margarine in. The margarine is measured in tablespoons, so it's easier to measure out. Now this stick of margarine is 8 tablespoons, which we're going to be using all of, or half cup. So that goes in there, and we're going to be using a fork to chop it up.
And then mix it together.
Now that we've got our topping ready, our next step will be to place the apples.
Like we said earlier with the grains, with the 6 ounces of grains for your daily intake, you need 2 cups of fruit for your daily intake of fruit. And this is 5 cups of apples, which more than covers. And it's very healthy,
I'm not gonna be
nutritious.
eating a whole casserole
no.
by yourself.
But, okay. Now that we have
Our
the apples plated,
placed.
we're going to sprinkle the topping onto it.
Make sure it's nice and even. Oh.
That's okay.
This already looks good. It smells delicious. I love it. Make sure it's nice and even. Even it out there. Now this is a 2-quart casserole dish that we got this in.
Microwave is safe, it's glass.
Yep.
It's very good for cooking, okay? Now that we have it completely prepared, we can move to the microwave and put it in.
Make sure your microwave is on a high, and we'll put it in there for about 15 minutes. Okay, our crisp is done, as you can see. There you go. It looks nice and, oh man, look at that. If you were here, you could smell the cinnamon and, oh man, it's delicious.
Now that we're done, we're gonna give it a few more minutes to cool down before we serve it. Let the glass cool before we start messing with it. So we'll be back in a few minutes.
Now that the dish is cool, we can serve it. I'm gonna take this. Glass is still hot. Scoop this out. Look, nice and crispy. Those apples look delicious. There you go, Nick. And then bring this over here. Oh,
Smells
look
so
at
good.
that.
All right.
I'll go ahead and take a bite of that.
Thanks for watching.
Really hot.
Oh God, it's still so hot. It hurts.
And to get a copy of today's recipe, call the Johnson County Extension Office at 606-789-8108.
Or visit our website at johnsonextension.com.
Thank you.